Hello everyone and welcome back to another Space Engineers prop build. Today we're going to be expanding on the counter piece that we made in the last episode. We're going to kind of try to be shrinking it down a bit, and we're going to fail miserably for most of this video, but I ended up pulling it out in the end. I don't know if there's much footage actually of the pulling it out in the end, but it turned out really good in my opinion. So we tried copying straight from the old ones we did in the last episode. Old. It's been like 3 weeks or something. It's been way too much time working on this one. This one got me angry because the shapes I wanted just weren't coming out until the very last minute. I jumped on one day and just it was done. Anyway, so using the same image as last time, I'm trying to get this glass kind of look to it so it looks more like a shelf. Yeah, so it's still the same height, depth, and width. I just wanted to try and do a slightly different look to it. Switching from the countertop, I tried, since that wasn't working, I'd go up and do the cubbies above the counter, see if that would go anywhere. So I'm here trying to do basically that counter but as a above head compartment, and I work on this for a way much longer than I should have, and I get the shapes more or less correct. However, the scaling, as you'll see soon, is so far off it's laughable. Not to mention also the windows here just don't quite work well. I mean, the top one does, but having the 3 in the slanted spot just didn't work well. And I spend the next hour or so trying to figure out how to copy and paste this next to itself. So that's just how I built it. A lot of the pieces are not facing the way you'd think by just looking at it, but it ended up not working anyway. So now we're checking it out, and we start working on the cabinets that kind of hang down from that. There are, I believe in the image, 2 layers of above head cabinets. And I'm pretty sure here's where I attach it to the counter set that I built earlier. And as you can see, the scale is just not right. It's way too big in every dimension. So I try to go back, just trying to shrink down the scale. And no matter what I did for this entire day working on it, I could not get it to shrink down, but keep the shapes where they should be, or where I wanted them to be. So I think it's kind of important to say here that experimenting with the shapes you have, or shapes that you can find on mods or whatever, is, in my opinion, very important to do when building in a game, not necessarily modeling from scratch, because more or less you can make your own shapes when you're modeling, like say in Blender or something. But definitely spend the time and learn the blocks that you have access to. So that's a lot of what this episode is just exploring. That's really why I keep doing a lot of the work that I still do. That's why it's all sped up, is so I can make sure to have all that exploration in the video and show not only the finished product, but how I got there and what I started with. So this video is a bit faster just because I worked so long on it. I believe it's like 1,000 times speed or something stupid. So this is more exploration, just trying to get like some resemblance of some shape that looks like a cabinet or some cubby compartment thing. And this is about the point where I just threw my hands up and just walked away. So now we get on to the one that actually started working. So this was actually the next day after that last clip. And it just, everything decided to go well. I found the right blocks. I think it's a simpler one. I don't think I put a sink in it or anything. But it just turned out well. Threw a couple lights in there. So there's a lot of detail I could add to this. And I might break this up further into smaller sections. So kind of like upright sections I would put in a wall. So yeah, this one felt really good the whole way through, and I really like the result. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. I will be back hopefully next week. No, I will be back next week with another episode, and we'll be doing kind of random props. I'm thinking toilet, trash can, and I gotta come up with a couple other ones, just smaller ones that won't take me much time. I already know how to do both the toilet and the trash can. So just kind of smaller props, then we'll get back to bigger props. These are part of a larger project, so if you want to help with the project or be in the videos and build with me, there's a Discord in the description. And stay tuned for more building videos and space videos and creative videos. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.